studio on the last Welfnesday of the year, the last Wednesday. I'm showing you we put some Bob Ross liquid white on our canvas, just like that. Ooh, look, just a little amount. You don't need a whole lot. Right? If you have a whole lot, you're going to have way too much. Now, before we get too many people to tune out, tell me where you're watching from. We're going to go through the colors. But tell us where you're watching from when we do this whole roll call. So city, state, country, wherever you are, let us know where you're watching from. So from over here, we've got a little bit of dark sienna, some yellow ochre, some Indian yellow, bright red, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, midnight black, and titanium white. Look at this. Always during the live shows this happens. Never when I just want to paint, it's all nice and perfect, but during the live show it likes to run. So, again, tell us where you're watching from, and what is your New Year's resolution? What do you guys plan on doing better for New Year's? You got to get it figured out now, so you got it figured out for then, right? All right. Okay, we have London in the house reading comments. So tell us where you're watching from, and we'll do a roll call in a little bit. And I want to show you the colors, and then you're going to need the old solo cup, right?
There's a request for a flex for fuzz.
I can't see in my thing. So old solo cup. All you need, and we're going to start out with a sunset, so I want to get the nice bright colors on there. So we're going to grab the Indian yellow and a little bit of the red right on the brush, just like that. Look at that spin, gorgeous filled up brush. Look at that. And then we're going to cover here, I don't know, maybe down low, like somewhere down here. A little bit of pressure. I don't want a whole lot of paint right there along the edge because it's hard to blend out, right? And then we'll go a little bit more pressure around the edge. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous. Look at that color. It's gorgeous. My goodness, put that cup away. We don't need it anymore. Okay, now we're going to come around, grab a little bit of our yellow ochre color. And I want to leave a little bit of that white area around the side to have it blend in as well. Now let's go into our red, a little bit more of the yellow ochre, but more red than anything else. And we're going to again leave a nice big opening of white in between all the colors. And every so often you got to go back and add a little bit more red and a little bit more of everything just to have it be that, just like that. Now that we've laid all of our colors from our Indian yellow and red to yellow ochre to red and yellow ochre, red and crimson, crimson, blue and black, all the colors of the rainbow, right? So I'm going to take that 2-inch brush and very lightly start dragging it in to the center. But I want to leave the center very bright white. I don't want it to be very colorful. It needs to stay like bright as the sun, as bright as we can keep it. So in order to do that, we're going to pull the rest of the color away from the edge. And immediately it starts mixing in with the liquid white that's on the canvas and with the colors around it, right? We're going to start mixing crisscross strokes back and forth, a little bit of the red in, right? A little bit of the yellow outwards, a little bit of red inwards, a little bit of the yellow outwards. Varying pressure. That's why it's nice to leave that white area because both of these colors want to grow into themselves very fast. And that is a fiery yellow sky right there. All right, now we're going to come out here. Once we've gone into our red and yellow section, and then out into our crimson and blue, we definitely don't want to come back in, right? So make sure you get all your mixing done prior. Look, all we're doing, crisscross strokes back and forth, blending it out. Bam, 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 bam. You can let that crimson really wants to grow inwards, really wants to cover over all of that area. So don't allow it to do so. Let it blend with the other colors. Bam, 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 bam. And then once we come all the way out into our blue area, that's going to really want to grow as well. Look at that. You start to pull it down from the corner. Little different angles over here, then down here, then over here, right? Never just all the same. That's no fun if it's all the same. Just like that, we got a really cool little sunset sky, but it's not blue enough for me. I like having a few areas, maybe a little bit more blue in here. Don't want to get too close into our yellow, right? But as that blue mixes out, there's a little bit up in there as well. Just little things, almost like we're making clouds. But we're going to take it and really blend it out, right? Blend it. We can get really close over here and still not have it go green because it didn't touch that yellow. That's why you have to have that little buffer of red in there. Gotta have it. All right.
Hey guys, for anyone new in the room, if you could do us a huge favor and share the live, whether that be on TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook. We are streaming across 3 platforms. Gifts are welcome. Josh does do this in his spare time, so whether that be super stickers on YouTube, stars on Facebook, or fancy little gifts over on TikTok, we appreciate every gift, and if you send a big enough gift, we'll make a video out of it.
Very true. We had that whale come through. It was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. That was wicked. There we go. Just like that. All right, we got our horizon. We got our sun very low on it. We could just paint a seascape while we're here, couldn't we? Now that we have all that purple from the blue and the crimson and black all mixed in, you could come up into your yellow area to create your horizon and not worry about it turning green, right? That's the thing. Nice straight little thing. Very cool. All right, we're going to take a nice clean brush and just into that light area real quickly and just soften it just a littlest bit. And all of a sudden you've got this very bright little area for our sun. Anywhere with those hard lines, or if you want it to be a little bit smaller, drag in a little bit more color, right? We're literally making it up as we go, right, babe?
Yes, babe.
No one's telling us how to do this scene. I'm not looking at any photo. I'm literally making it up as we go. This is how I like to do sunsets, so there's a lot of Paint with Josh sunset colors in this sky. So if you're an avid fan or follower, you know. All right, we need to finish the edge over there. Let's make a little bit of crimson on this brush. Just come over here, just so it's a little easier and faster to do. There we go. That way it doesn't look so funky to my eyes when I look over here. So remember, you guys can get your Paint with Josh sweaters in the old Etsy shop. My link's in the bio in the link tree, right? London sells her candles there too. Not in my Etsy shop, but in the link tree. And you can go over into the bio on TikTok. Check out both of our stores. We each sell separate items. And then if you're on YouTube and Facebook, go to The London Candle Co. All one word at .etsy.com or paintwithjosh.etsy.com. And you guys can search our stores for cool little after Christmas gifts, right? Very neat.
Hello,
Okay.
goddess.
Let's see.
Riley's in the house.
Riley.
Butternuts in the house.
What's up? All right, let's do it. You want to do the roll call now? Do we have enough entries? Have people said where they're from? Like, I really want to bring this down in here. Look at that. Oof.
Babe.
Yes. Oh no! Look at this sticker. Oh, whale. That's got to go on the easel in case we get another whale. We got another whale on TikTok because of this sticker. That would be cool. Where's it going to go? Right in here. Oh, whale. And if we don't get a whale, oh, whale.
Oh,
That's
my.
funny. Awesome. Thank you, Bailey, for bringing that in. So we're just mixing up the littlest bit of that pink, dragging it in, just until I like how it looks, right? And yours might look a little bit different. Maybe your pink drug in a little bit more on the top. Maybe it came in this way. Maybe it came down from the top over here. Just until I like the way that it looks, and that looks pretty good.
All right, if you guys want to drop where you're watching from, let's get ready to do a roll call.
Roll call time. Tell us where you're watching from, whether it be the city or the country or the state or wherever. It makes a really cool video when we turn it into one with London kind of calling out where everyone is from. It's really neat. So tell us where you're watching from right now. Put it in the comments. If you want your comment read, you better tell us where you're watching from. A little bit more crimson-y, a little bit more black up in here. I like it. Oh, I like it. Don't want to go too far, though. That's very cool. And then just mix it up. Mix it up, mix it up. All right, tell us where you're watching from. We're going to do the roll call while I get ready to do some wicked clouds across this entire gorgeous sky. It's going to be fantastic. Clean these brushes off. I'm just going to...
Just adjusting it. The left-hand side of the screen was cut out.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes when the thing goes live, it gives you a different view than what you were seeing before. So
All right, we ready?
let's do the roll call.
We've got Las Vegas, Texas, Washington State, Utah, New York, Kansas City, Illinois, Maine, Chicago, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Utah, Delaware, Texas, Puerto Rico, California, Georgia, South America, Massachusetts, Washington State, North Carolina, Virginia, Hawaii, Las Vegas, North Carolina, home, Norway, Saskatoon, New York, Mississippi, Atlanta, Maine, Russia, Las Vegas, Louisiana, Washington State, South Mississippi, North Carolina, Kentucky, New York, Norway, Virginia,
That's a lot of places.
Beirut, Ohio, South Mississippi, Missouri, Scotland, Alabama. We've also got Florida, Ohio, Arkansas, Houston, Spokane, Washington, Illinois, Crystal, Ohio.
Very cool. That's a lot of places.
Yeah.
I used to live in Spokane for like a year. It was awesome when I was like 4 years old. 4 years old. I bit through my tongue. Like I was learning to ride my bike and it was snowy after Christmas. I bit straight through my tongue in Spokane, Washington. I'll never forget.
Egypt, Jordan, Florida, Mexico,
My
Alabama,
goodness.
Venus.
Venus? Someone's here from Venus. Did we watch this?
Caitlin's here from Venus.
Well, where are the men from? Mars?
Yes.
Okay. I can't believe one said your mom's house. That's funny. That was way funny when I heard that last time. Okay. Beautiful, perfect sky. Now, let's take a little bit of a fan brush. We need one fan brush for light and one for dark, right? So we'll have, I like having 2 fan brushes. You don't need to have them giant like this. You can have little mini fan brushes. You might be on a smaller canvas. You might be on a bigger canvas. So, all depends, right? Now, let's throw just a few little things off in the sky. So I'm going to take my ears are really ringing bad right now. Somebody must be talking about me because my ears are going just like over the roar of my tinnitus. I can't barely hear anything. Okay.
The world is talking about you, babe.
So there we have our nice, gorgeous little bright sun, right? Well, you know what? Let's put the sun in there. Let's do that before we do anything else. Let's take the size 10 filbert brush. You just need the smallest little bit, like a 1/4 inch on the end of the brush. Don't need a whole lot because it's going to expand. Right? And if come in there, push, and then rotate around. And just have that brush create a circle for you. Very neat, very easy. Yeah, got a neat little little sun back there. Now, I like to take it every so often and just go over, because no one said don't touch the sun. I always say don't touch the moon, right? But just very softly, make it a little softer back there. Now we're gonna come in, maybe we had a whole huge bit of cloud with that red and yellow ochre, so it's not too dark, and yet it's not too bright. It'll stand out against all of this. And we came down into there. Gorgeous.
For anyone new here, Josh does use oil paints. He paints in the wet-on-wet technique made famous by Bill Alexander, taught to Bob Ross, and now to paint with Josh. Josh is aware he's not Bob Ross, so writing "You're not Bob Ross" in the comments really is a waste of time, but thanks for the comment nonetheless.
Yeah, I like it. I know I'm not Bob Ross. I'm teaching Bob Ross's technique. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. That means that I must be close enough to Bob for you to want to reflect Bob's work into my work. So, again, appreciate it. You literally cannot hurt my feelings on calling me Bob Ross. It's literally, I mean, that's a compliment to me. It's a compliment, guys. So,
Miss
please
Personality
compliment.
says that was a read. Thank you, I appreciate that.
There we go. Cool, little bit of soft, little bit of shadow, right? And then we can come back with our white. Come in here on the end of this giant fan brush. This is like a size 14 fan brush. So I don't need to get the whole thing wet with paint, right? Just a little. We only need a little bit of paint. So come in here like that. Maybe on the edges is that shadowy area. Not all of them, right? We have to leave some of the shadow back behind the light. Gives depth to the cloud. Right? Maybe come up like this. Maybe smoosh it up. Maybe do it over here. Do it over there. Do whatever you want. Right? Sometimes when you push it up like that and come back down very vertically like that, it leaves cool little bits to your cloud. I don't know why. I saw it in another one of my paintings and I was like, that's kind of neat. I'm going to leave it like that. Now look, we're leaving space for these little bits to grow. That thing kind of looks like a sea monster or something. We could add some teeth in there. So we're going to come back and grab the 1-inch brush again. This old nasty 1-inch brush. Haven't washed it. And come back and just very lightly start to mix up. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just mixing in circles, right? That's all Mother Nature does. The clouds are just twisted up and rotated. So that's all we're doing. Take our 2-inch brush like that. Don't touch the sun. Oh, I touched the sun. It's no big deal. Yeah. Softens the clouds, pushes them way far away. So how many people we got watching, babe?
There are 97 on TikTok, there are 12 on YouTube, and there are 68 on Facebook.
Hey, Facebook, my team. Wicked. Just a little bit darker color, but still close enough that it can blend in with the color behind it, right? So once we start to mix it, it immediately wants to go away very fast. So you gotta be very soft about it. Come back there again, and come over here, and come back over here, just on one side of the brush. We haven't used the other side yet.
We didn't mention Cape Breton.
Oh no! Did you miss the comment, or did he not put it in?
A bit of both, I think.
Ah. Well, Cape Breton is watching, way out on the tip of Newfoundland. Way out there, bud. Excellent. Just mixing it up, being all nasty. Right now I don't want to ruin all of these, so we're just going to maybe grab the base and just kind of pull it back and away, right? And that way it'll mix and mix and mix, so it'll become darker and darker as it heads back. Brighter on the front where it's kind of hitting the sunlight, right? Very cool. Mix it up, over here, over there, backwards, forwards. However is easiest for you to do it, that's how you should do it. Okay, what if we just had some clouds up in the sky that didn't have any deep dark shadows underneath them?
You mean like that cloud we saw the other day?
That was a weird cloud, but that did have some wicked shadows under it. But that was like, this cloud looked, it's impossible to explain. We should post a picture of it on the Facebook page because of how impossible it is to explain it. I want to add a couple little bit more, just a few more bits of white, just pure white, and then so lightly mixing it up, and that way it doesn't go that same color, right? I want it to stand out a little bit more. Okay, let's take that little bit of white, nothing crazy, and maybe off. All of our clouds are going like that. Maybe this guy was going this way. Right? Don't want to connect them. I don't need them to connect. So maybe we go back here. Just working. It will come down, go up like a heart monitor. Right? But again, this is the bottom. The bottom is what we're worried about in this part of our cloud. The tops are what we're worried about here. So now the bottom is what we're going to be worried about here. So let's turn it over. Go upwards like this, just mixing it in, same little circles, different amount of pressure, pushing it up, pushing it back, letting it blend. And all of a sudden you get this very soft little thing happening out there, right? And the more and more you mix it, you can literally mix it and blend it all the way away.
Look who showed up
Who's
on
here?
Facebook. That's
Who's over
really
here?
sweet. Somebody who says, "No, you're right. You're not Bob Ross."
So yeah, this one was from the other day. Had a little bit of a pinkish hue to this chemtrail. So we'll take this guy. Don't need a whole lot. Little bit. Little tiny bit. Maybe he was off over here. Just bright enough to stand out, perhaps. Perhaps. Or maybe we'll wipe him away with one swipe. But at least the buyer will know. I can see it. Can you guys see it? Maybe you can't see it, but I can see it. It's there. It's there. You know what? Why don't we do a little touch, just a touch of white right over the top of it. Right? And that'll give us the small little bit to look at and realize that there's something underneath there. Bam. Very cool. So they don't all have to go the same.
I can go find something else to watch.
Right. He's like sitting there. Again, I'm not going to give him any more of my time or energy or anything. So, Eric does not exist according to me. I don't want to hear about Eric. I don't want to hear his just boot him out of the thing.
I
so he
will.
doesn't
I'm
even
doing
see
it right now.
Because then I don't have to worry about it. To say something bad and then somebody report my live on TikTok and then it gets taken down. No. That's not happening. Get him out of here. I don't want to hear from him again. Okay, let's do that. And then I'll go and boot him from all the rooms again like I had to do. I gave him a 30-day break. And he finally came back. And what's the first thing he does when he comes back? Talks crap.
Yep.
That's the kind of human that I'm dealing with over there. A little bit of crimson, a little bit of blue. Just to make that purpley color. A little bit of black too. Because it can't just do crimson and blue. Gotta have a little bit of black in there. So a little bit of black. Will come in. And these trees, you can tell, are going to get darker and darker and darker and darker and darker. The further and further and further away they go. Right? Staying below our clouds. We don't need them to go all kind of crazy. Maybe they got a little bit bigger over there, but nothing too nuts, right? Like very far away little things. Now I'm going to come in with that crimson and blue and black mixture, or like nice little purpley mixture. And I'm going to come in at the front of these guys, just every so often, like just literally tapping a couple little things, right? That's going to give us a little bit more definition at the bottom. Maybe we'll get a few of these little guys to drag up. And it becomes darker and darker and darker and darker as we go out. So, getting away from all that gorgeous sunshine, you start to lose it all, right? Now we're going to come back from over here, just like that. And allowing them to be dark, we're going from that light to this much darker color. And if everything plans out like it did in my head, then this should look really neat. It really should. Okay, we're going to come over here again. Look at just the littlest swipes up and you get cool little details back into your trees back here. These are so far away, there's really no matter to them. Right? Back in there, a little bit of pressure. Kind of darkens everything inside the tree line. Now we're going to come in here, we're going to start to tap. tap and 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 tap. You guys should be doing this on the screen too. Tap, tap, tap. You're watching on Facebook. Watching on Facebook, tap. Watching on TikTok, go ahead and tap the screen. Every single time I'm touching, you should be tapping too. Very cool. Very cool. You can even pretend there were some very soft trees out there just from doing that. And the more that we go over it, the more it's mixing in with all of that little bit of the liquid white that we put on underneath. And you can really take it and just decide where you want to have your horizon line be. Very cool. Where's the bottom of these trees? Are they way down here? Are they up here? Is it down here? Where are the bottom? Where is it? That's the fun thing. All right, take a little bit more of that darker color, put it back in here, just because these got a little bit too light. Again, we want it to get darker and darker and darker as it goes out, right? So again, gonna come in and tap, just like that. Very cool. All it is just bringing some of that darkness down so we can pop something that's light.
Dee from Rhode Island is watching and would like you to say hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. This one's going to be fantastic. I really like that you can't even tell where the base of those trees are back there. Ooh, dropped a nice little straight line. Blend that guy out. Okay. Let's see. What do we do now? Why don't we take a little bit of our white on our brush.
Bye, Eric.
Let me come in here, just very softly again, starting to decide where our snow meets our tree line. What's happening?
Me bananas.
It's always YouTube.
It's always YouTube.
Always YouTube. Let me take the smallest little bit of that darker color. You can almost get just a little bit of shadow underneath your snow. You're like, Josh, it doesn't look like a shadow. I'm telling you it does. What if we did this? Just pulled straight down with that and give you that little indication. Maybe there's some water right there. Maybe, right? I never like having them streaky like that though. So when they are streaky, go over them until they become that straight line. Just like that. Get a little bit of darkness in there. That's good. I like
Josh does teach live classes. He is available through Zoom bookings. Josh does teach live classes. He is available through Zoom bookings currently until we potentially set sail next year on the road. We are still trying to work out those details. If you have a place in mind, or if you know of some people that would be interested in taking a Paint with Josh class, let us know. Send Josh a message on Facebook.
Towards the sun, right? Just like that. Watch. So we'll come back with that white brush, get a little bit of our snow, and just place it where we think we need to be. Bring it down to our water, and all of a sudden, got a very cool little thing. Might even put it a little bit too far. So we'll take a little bit more of that, pulling it out till it looks right. That's very cool.
That's what I've said.
That's funny.
He says he uses
more. Don't need a whole, maybe on the top.
live at 9 a.m. So you guys know we will be live at 9 a.m.
9 a.m., which means I have to wake up an hour early, which is not so fun.
Glenn Woodington, is it still cold in Vegas wearing a hoodie?
It is cold. I mean, it's warmer today, but I'm a wuss for the cold, so it was cold to me. If the sun isn't shining, then I get cold. I don't know why. All right, let's see.
So 9 a.m. would be 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Watching on YouTube.
I'm sorry, guys.
YouTube, just...
I don't know why it's got to be such a butt sometimes. All right, I'm only going to light up half of that darkness, too. Leaving the other half into the shadows, right? Just like that. Don't have to go crazy. Don't have to show everything. You're not going to see the water line on this side. So, take our snow straight into the guy. Like
87 people watching on Facebook. Thank you so much.
All right, just like this. Now we're going to add a little touch of blue to the brush. Little touch of blue. And we're going to start to pull the blue off underneath. Like maybe there was a little ridge underneath there. And then the more we go over it, the more it's going to blend until it becomes a soft enough color where you think it's, you know, blended far enough into the shadows. So it'd be blue though. So I don't want it to be like bright sky blue. little darkish blue.
Jed
And the more you
Florano.
mix it, it'll mix.
Jed Florano said, I totally thought this was going to be an over the ocean LOL, but this
Yeah.
is coming out cool.
Yeah, I want it. I'm very excited to start doing seascapes again once the December is over and the holidays are past. Then we may be switching to 1 day a week, at least for live shows, and then we'll alternate on those days, whether it's a seascape or a landscape. But I'm very excited as well to start painting seascapes. I miss the ocean. That's why when I did that class with Sam, he was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I was like, "Oh, please, let's do a seascape." if it's my choice, I want to paint the ocean.
For anyone watching on YouTube, you are more than welcome to jump over to Facebook or TikTok. YouTube is a pain in the backside tonight, and I'm really sorry. There is literally nothing I can do about it. I've tried, I've reconnected, I've disconnected from the internet, I've done everything I can.
Right? I mean, there's only so many things you can do besides turning it off, and then it's not even connected to the same live anymore. You know what I mean? Very little bit amount of white over the top. Oh my goodness. What if we just went to the side? Just a little to the side? What does that look? No, I don't like that. Let's go down. Let's follow our angles, right? Just like a clock. Well, on the outside of a clock anyway. Over here, then we're going to go down, then we're going to go around. But I don't want to cover all of the white. I want to cover all that blue and white. I just want to get the smallest little bit to slide over the top. Almost like the snow was blowing. There we go. There we go.
Diane Lewis says, I still have trouble with my trees. Wish I could take a class one-on-one.
We could definitely do a class just on trees. We'll paint 1,000 of these little things.
All I know is what I've learned from you and Bob Ross.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate
lovely.
that. If I could paint a bench, I would totally paint a bench right here on the.
A bench?
Yeah, like I said, that was considered a swear. When in today's language, it is definitely not a swear. Man, we could do something. No, we're okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, everybody, we're gonna chuck a fence it's coming around the edge, right? So I don't want to put anything on that side of the bank over there. It's got to all be on this side. So it's got to start here and it's got to be small. It's teeniest, tiniest amount of paint just to make a little guy, right?
Brianna says, you could always try, and if you don't like it, just blend it in.
Very true. She's very right.
How does that work,
agree.
babe? How could you just blend it in?
Well, I did it back here with this tree branch. I just didn't say it to anybody.
No, but how could you? Is that the technique, or is that because
Oh,
you're
well,
super talented?
oh,
Like, is there
so
something
much,
under the painting? Like,
So
is there
the
something
reason
that
that
makes it easy?
the reason we could blend it away if we wanted to. I mean, I could show you right now how to get rid of this fence post if I didn't really want it. I know blue over it a little bit further away, right? That one was a little bit taller. Now we need and also taller and also shorter. If that makes any sense.
Thank you for staying, even though we are having technical difficulties.
We love you guys.
How to turn acrylic to oil. I'm not sure whether you can paint. Maybe you could. Maybe you could take acrylic and mix it with a clear base
It's possible.
and generate some sort of oil
I
type
mean,
paint.
I hear you can use water with your acrylic to make it live show versus you where it kind of takes it away from us, right? You're able to rewatch and follow along. And then on my YouTube channel, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos where you're really
Follow button. Don't forget to follow, otherwise you'll miss it. And hit that. We have not January schedule as of yet. January schedule will be.
to go along and highlight that guy though. So I'm going to choose to put all of my I'm going to highlight on this side of them, and then I'm going to go on the left side of everything else. So I need to wrap that shadow back there in order to help.
My links in my bio too.
Okay, a little bit of that brownish color over here, but a little bit
Good point. But rules what we could do.
cool.
That would be awesome.
We'd have to get another tripod though that would fit another phone. Because we
Oh, yeah,
got the
that's
iPad stand and then we got the phone stand.
Well, yeah, but you could.
Change the angle. Thought. I don't think it's possible now. Let's see.
Jackie Causa says, "How can I?"
Let's see.
Jackie Causa says, "How can I see the candle making?" Right now, I have only gone live on TikTok with the candle making. There's no reason why I couldn't go live on Facebook.
True. You can do it.
Maybe I'll take like a guest spot with Paint Josh and we'll do candles and then all you guys can tune in.
Oh, you do a live, do a Paint with Josh live with candles.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Here. Again, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Come over and connect. Decide how your snow is, by the way. All right, it's not decided by the base of the pole. That could be 3 feet buried in the snow. That's up to you. What kind of story do you want to tell? Because my story is going to get a little bit bigger on the line, so a little bit more pressure.
Do a broken curly line on the fence post.
Ooh, okay, I got you. Down. There we go. A little bit thicker. A little bit darker, so we go back, we get some more paint. Like a broken curly line on the fence post. Like maybe snapped off.
Yeah.
Like over here.
It's
Like-
grass in the snow, Caitlin.
They're wrapped around.
Awesome.
Alright, well of course it would have to have some matching on the other side. Wouldn't just leave a bit of nobody comes out here.
Ever do painting on glass? What if you did a mini painting on her candle holders?
Oh, that would be cool too.
That would be. That would be like $100 candle though.
Yeah, right.
I am running a special right now. If you guys are interested, buy 4 candles. You in essence get 2 free. It is a 50% off sale. You must use code TikTok, all in capital letters, if you are interested in buying candles right now.
And that website is londoncandleco.etsy.com.
Hashtag link in my bio. Link in Josh's link tree.
Maybe push it a little bit harder. You can have more little cool little things, right? Because it's just a bunch of wiggly old wire to keep some old cows from getting into the pond. Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. As we come over here, oh, we're running out of paint because we're mixing it with all that white.
I do also
come
do
back with
wax
some more dark.
melts for anybody who has stipulations in their lease or they have crazy animals or anything along those lines.
And the wax melts are awesome.
But my oh babe,
Yeah, love.
you didn't tell me you were moving.
I didn't know I was moving. I don't know where the camera is, so. There we go.
Well, that didn't work. There we go.
There we go, guys. I'm sorry.
Just like that, guys. You know what?
What,
I
babe?
don't really like this guy right here.
Oh, I do. Just
I
leave
like
him.
that he is broken on the one side. Right, so I'm just going to very lightly wipe it away until I get close enough where I can grab it. And this is the 1-inch brush. You could use a different brush if you needed to, but I think that's a little bit better.
Cool, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, with it missing, like someone came by and scraped it off or twisted it off.
Tried to do a
whatever.
prison break.
Right. Okay, now we're going to come back with that same little teeny tiny brush. And we're going to go back maybe into like our yellow ochre with the brown. Just kind of mix those guys up a little bit. Just like that. And then we're going to come back and make our little grassy flicks. Look at this stuff. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh,
Oh, that's a. I got you. I'm coming over here. I'm coming over here.
I'll be doing it again.
Coming over here to the right side. Right.
I
I'm
think you
moving
meant
this way.
zoom out, not pull out. This is a family show.
Little things, little bits of grass that come up out of the snow, right? Don't worry about what the bottom is.
prep the canvas with liquid white.
Yep, we said that right in the beginning, and then rock and rolled from there, right? I'm gonna take this guy just very lightly, pulling it off to the side. Not trying to ruin any of the shadows underneath or our little lines or anything like that. Very cool, guys. I like this one. Very neat little thing.
Cosmic, do not be worried about asking questions. Josh
Oh,
has-
definitely. We love the questions.
Josh has subscriptions on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. Starting in January, we will be, during the lives only, we will be reading out comments for subscribers and giving subscribers shout outs.
Any other questions can be posed on any of the platforms like Instagram or Facebook, or there's probably a video for it.
Yeah, right. Very cool. You know what you can do to kind of show these same little grassy bits underneath your tree? Take your knife with nothing on it, just a point. Scrape some of that paint away and allow that white canvas to show through, right? Maybe underneath there. Now we got a couple of flowers being held up by, I don't know, a branch or something. Branch, mame.
Branch. Mame.
Pretty cool. I like this one. Nice and simple. Nothing too crazy, right? A couple of who's ready for the giant tree.
Oh,
I'm
are you
just-
serious?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say it's beautiful.
No, it's just how it is. Okay, we're gonna take our right back into that dark purpley mixture, and we're gonna go throw the family in.
The next live is Saturday, December 31st at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is noon Eastern Time, and that is 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for anyone across the pond. Excuse me, sir.
Join us.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You have been live for approximately 60 minutes.
Yes, I just realized that too. So it's a perfect way to end the show. Fantastic.
Which is good, because my phone only has 2%.
Oh no! All right, so we're gonna take our liquid white and we're gonna go and paint 10 more paintings because London has no phone battery. No, we do need to add a highlight on the top if we can, just the smallest little bit. Smallest, maybe in some of these thicker areas. Ooh, so light. Maybe I don't even touch it on some things. Right? Right, does that look good, babe? Like a little shine or a little bit of
That
snow
looks lovely.
set on top of the thing. Just a small little touch though.
That looks lovely.
And again, it doesn't have to sit everywhere. Maybe it would sit in like the saggy areas of the wire if it were to sit on there at all. They don't have to connect all the way through, right? Got to have that darkness. Very cool. Very cool. Let's do one, just a couple on the bottom, and that's it. Got to have that liquid white though with your.
I'm riding it out too. I have 1%. I'm riding it out.
I know we're almost there. Okay.
Until it
Well,
just goes.
all right. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for watching the show and hanging out with us. For anyone whose phone is about to die, for the rest, I do the signature here. I'm going to go back and add just a couple more details on the fence, but.
And obviously, YouTube has played continuously for the last 12 minutes without any problems.
Of course. So, all right. Well, we'll see what actually ends up going through YouTube when it processes itself. But
Fuzz wants a flex.
until then, this one turned out amazing. I love it. The nice little pink chemtrail. I bet you nobody even remembers us putting that one in. But it turned out fantastic. So, for anybody whose phone's about to die or is trying to leave right now, our next show is Saturday, 9 in the morning for us, 12 Eastern.
Central,
11. Oh my
5
goodness,
p.m.
there's-
Greenwich Mean
There's
Time.
so many things. But yeah, we'll be live on Saturday morning, and then that'll be the last day of the year. What are we going to do is the question. So until we see you guys that day, I'm not putting any out here, by the way. It's too far away for us to see it, in my eyes. But so yeah, until we see you guys again next time, I want you to take care. I want you to have a great day. And ba-boom! And make sure you tune into our next show. Go over and like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube. And if you're watching on those platforms, go over and like us on TikTok. My goodness. Huh. Sort of. So, yeah, until we see you guys again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day. And pow! Come back and see us live next time, next Saturday, guys.
Don't you have like some good news you want to share with everybody, babe?
Good news?
Yeah. About like followers on Facebook?
Oh, yeah, we just reached 13,000 followers on Facebook. We might be close to 70,000 followers on TikTok. And we broke 6,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. So thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who tunes in and checks out what kind of nonsense we're doing today. You know, just know London and I both appreciate it so much that you'd like to hang out with us and spend your evenings learning maybe a thing or two you didn't know before, right? There we go. Bring some of that shadow up. Okay. But yeah, see you guys again next time. This has been another Paint with Josh live painting coming at you right off the top of my head and right in front of your eyes. So you guys take care. We love you. Thank you for all the gifts and the love and the shares and the likes. Make sure you're liking it on YouTube and on Facebook, and share with your grandma and send it to your friends. And until we see you again next time, you want to go Facebook first?
Well, no, I
Do I
was
have anything else?
I was waiting for you to say paint with Josh for your eyes and London
Yeah,
Candle Code
and go
for your
shop
nose.
London Store for those. And it's the LondonCandleCo.com.
Hashtag
Go
link
over
in
and-
bio.
Yeah, so just go to my link. Have a good day. And ba-bow! Get him out of here for the 9th time we've said ba-bow.
Done. YouTube.